Good morning and welcome to day 4 of the Global Wellness Challenge. I'm Matt Riemann and we are here today to celebrate mental health. We're here together to really rise up over the stigma around mental health and to join together to increase the collective consciousness so we can all move forward and actually turn any issues and dysfunctions into beautiful power and empowerment and the genius and natural flow that we're here to live in the world. So thank you so much for being here, for dialing in today. Today is day 4 of your challenge, and the topic today is mindfulness and meditation. Each day we've got a beautiful theme to help us dive deep and to be aware of our mental health, to have some great conversations in the community, and again to be empowered and uplifted in our journey to live our full capacity of why we're here. So I'm just going to share my screen here and give a little bit of an overview right now of what we're talking about when it comes to mental health and mindfulness today. And we're sitting here understanding the big factors that actually influence how our mind works and influence our mental well-being. So these are the people that we hang out with today, the people we choose to hang out with today. It's the ways that we live, so our environment, our indoor spaces, so our air conditioning that's on, it's the natural light or the fake light that's in front of us. It's the outdoor environment, so we're living in toxic places or fresh, clean air. It's the mind and how our mind actually works and how we're made up to actually help with our mental well-being, our perceptions, our context, our filters, our belief systems that we consider, and our natural genius, which is our talents as to why we're on the planet and how we can actually use the full capacity of our biology to be here. And so today we're going to just understand and spend some more time to be aware about the importance of mindfulness and how to develop greater mindfulness and self-awareness through short, medium, and long-term strategies. And so we're going to cover this morning. Welcome to the day, wherever you are in the world. This is obviously 9 a.m. Pacific time in the US, but wherever you are, thank you for dialing in. So we have mindfulness means living in the present moment. It means dropping down to wherever you are and coming back and being right here, right now. It's about being intentionally more aware and awake to each moment and being fully engaged in what's happening in your surroundings with acceptance and without judgment. What that means is just to be more aware. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, doesn't matter what's actually happening to you right now, just to be aware, just to be present and just to be in this exact moment is all we're talking about when we're saying being more mindful. And this is something you can be mindful any time of the day, no matter what you're doing. When you first wake up, when you're tired, you can just start to center into who you are and how you're feeling right now. When you're actually having a shower and if you're singing or moving or still trying to wake up, if you're whatever it is that you're doing, just to drop in and just be in that moment there and just discover what is it that you're thinking, how are you feeling, and what does that mean for you at that time. If you're cooking, if you're eating, if you're driving the car, it doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing, just to bring your awareness back to that present moment and just to feel how you're feeling. So this is a really important thing that often we think this mindfulness is this complicated thing. It's not. It's just being really mindful in this moment about what's actually happening and experiencing what you're experiencing right now. And the more you practice it, the better it gets over time. This is just a beautiful way to see a representation physically. There's so many different neurons that change, things inside of your actual internal makeup as how things fire, just really try and change over time. This is what we've looked at with many different studies of the EEG to show how the brain actually dictates a different function and functionality with mindfulness. It's very, very exciting. Lots of different physiological structures, even your amygdala, like different centers of the brain. The amygdala actually gets smaller in size. Things that control different emotional centers for you actually physically change and physiologically change through the act and the art of mindfulness. So apart from the immense psychological benefits, which we talked about a lot, with immune benefits and all the things you can see here about memory, about sleep, about relationship satisfaction, immunity, lowering blood pressure, improving cognition, there's so many benefits to being mindful that we're now seeing so much in the research and literature, which is really exciting and really promising and inspiring for all of us. So today, we're going to invite everybody to take a mindful moment with Shay. Inside of your app, you'll see on the top left-hand side here is always the side navigation bar that you can drop down and check out anything you like. Just a quick win today. On your dashboard here, you'll see this area called mindfulness. This is on-demand mindfulness. It means that in any moment, you can decide to drop in and you can click on the mindfulness. It'll actually open up and Shay will start to talk to you and guide you through the conversation that's there. And it will ask you, how are you feeling? What is it that you'd like to do right now? Would you like to be, more relaxed? Would you like to be more focused? Would you like to be, reduce your stress? There's a number of different things that will ask you and you can choose what you'd like at any time in that moment, because as we go throughout a day, we're often very different and we need different things. So in that moment, choose whatever it is that you want to be more mindful about and how you want to drop in and be present just now. And we'll have the beautiful tummy roos that will lead you through that conversation in this beautiful way that connects in with you at that moment. And so today we're going to invite you to add some breathing to that. So if you happen to be a guardian or a diplomat, so deep breathing is the best thing for you to be more mindful in that moment to get the best physiological benefits. So deep breathing and slow release as much as possible if you're a guardian or a diplomat. And again, the top left-hand side here with the 2 lines, the side navigation, if you click that up the top, it will show you a health type that's there. If you happen to be a crusader or a sensor, and hopefully by now you're starting to understand what that means for you, going into that app, learning about some resources that explain all of this and the science behind it, the extensive research that we've done on this. It's really, really fascinating if you haven't already. Crusaders and sensors, alternate nostril breathing. So breathing in through your left, out through your right, in through the right, out through the left. And this is something you can just do during this period here. The mindfulness, it might be 60 seconds, it might be 3 minutes, it might be 5 minutes, whatever you choose. Very short amounts of time to be more mindful. That's really, really powerful. And so activators and connectors, if you're here, belly breathing. So this is breathing through your belly. You can pop even your hand on your top of your navel. And as you breathe in, you want your belly to rise rather than your chest to rise. So belly breathing, letting your belly rise. So it will push out as you breathe in and it will relax in as you breathe out. So belly breathing, a strong expansion of your stomach on the breath in. So really try and get that air down to the bottom of your lungs, almost breathe it right down to your pelvis as you breathe in, and then allow that to relax as you breathe out. So I really encourage you guys to try this today. Again, it's 60 seconds, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is out of your day. It's not much, but just take the time to click the button, follow the yellow brick road, and you'll end up having a beautiful mindful experience that can really change your day in a significant way. And this is for your stress, for resilience, both in the moment, psychologically and physiologically. It's such a powerful tool, and it's right there in the app. So next here, we're going to go through and find out when is good for us to do that. So in your schedule that you'll see here, again, under lifestyle schedule or under your talent schedule, which is your natural genius, you'll find really powerful information that matches your natural biorhythms that's here, matches your biology, and works in with you. Again, Shay's just an interpretation tool. It's a user manual to say, what's actually best for my body and when should I do things? We weren't born with that. That's what this is. Shay's just there to help guide you on that. And so go deep and have a look there and actually notice when your brain is more energized. So when you're actually wanting to do things and it's naturally great for you to start to be in flow, or when you're wanting more calm and you're actually needing to wind down a little bit, take a bit of time for you, rest, rejuvenate. What does that actually look like for you? When does that work? So go ahead and find out and have a look. When are your biological peaks? When is it best for you to actually be in flow? And how can you change or reorder your day to work around that when you can find it your best? So what are your biological breaks? So when do you actually need to chill out? When do you need to be taking it easy? You can see in some of these examples here, you might want to relax between 6 or 8 or be more organized or rest. There's a lot of different things here. Everybody's different. You can go and click on more information to get more details. You can go as deep as you like here. But the point is, please be more aware of what is happening for you and the best things for you at any specific time of day. This is all about awareness. This is all about mindfulness. So when are you at your peak? When do you need to have a break? And what are your most productive or creative or social times throughout the day? When are you going to choose to pick up the phone and call your friends or jump onto socials? When are you going to be most creative and start to just get some downloads coming in and start to plan for the future or start to plan a beautiful task you're doing on, or put some music on and clean the house or whatever you're doing at the time? When's the best time for that for you to do? So please jump in and check this out. This is all around awareness for you. It's all here just for you. Please check it out. We really hope you can do that. And this is a beautiful way here that we actually move from that short term into the longer term understanding about self-awareness. And you'll see inside the app again, there's just more sections around your mind, around the social interactions that you have, around your natural genius, and around your place or your environment. And each of these areas just has incredible insights based on your unique biology and psychology about the best things for you. So this is, again, over here, we'll have on your mind, using mind for mindfulness. This is helping you specifically for you. Not a single person gets the same information. This is the AI producing this for you about what you need or what's going to be most helpful for you to be more mindful. So please go ahead and read the statements that are in there. Again, this is you being more self-aware of who you are in terms of long-term strategies for mindfulness. So read those, understand that it's a natural process for your biology to go through this, and then understand the tips that are there for you and what can you do to align with that tip specifically today and any day you choose to how to be in more flow and more alignment so you can have the healthy and happy journey that you're looking for. So this is under all these different areas. Please go ahead and dive deep. There's incredible tips about who to connect with, how to connect with them in social aspects to keep you in flow, to reduce your stress, to reduce the tension that might be there in different social circumstances with different people, the natural things to do with your mind to keep you engaged, to keep you inspired, to keep you motivated, to keep you passion, to feel like you're really on purpose. These are things that we're always seeking. This information is actually there for you right in the palm of your hands. And the best places for you, you might not ever have thought of, like, wow, I never realized that I just don't feel good when I'm in a windy environment, or whether I'm sitting at work under the air conditioner, I'm starting to always get a stiff neck or headaches. I never even thought it was the air conditioner. Never even thought about it. But again, Shay's letting you know this is the case. It's there. Sometimes I never even knew that in my room, the color red would be something that irritates me. I've just been irritated the past few months, and I don't know why. And now that Shay says that, I realize I bought this couch or this cushion, a few months ago, and oh my gosh, I changed it out, swapped it out for something that was orange or blue, and it changed everything for me. These incredible insights and tips that are there just for you. Please go and check them out. All about being more self-aware on your journey towards health and happiness. And so this is what it's all about in terms of personalized mindfulness. This conversation, this entire 10 days, is finding out who you are and what's good for you. That's our entire message that's here for you to be healthy and happy, is just find out who you are and just do you. That's it. Just do you. So please enjoy the personalized mindfulness tips that you have in the palm of your hand. And you can go into all these different sections that are here, but particularly as we talked about the mind, the place, the social, the genius, go in there and check them out, and go and have a little tip. These are little challenges or goals that we've got for you, and engage and share with someone around anything to do with this. And so if you're a crusader or a sensor in your mind, go and have a check that out. What has played out for you in the last 48 hours that has caused a feeling of stress or success for you? And these are things where you can just be more mindful. You start to reflect. You can start to learn things about you that you might not have seen in that set of eyes or those lenses before. Really, really powerful stuff, you guys. It's so simple, but so powerful. If you're a diplomat, have a look at your place. What element of your place plays a role in your levels of stress and comfort? Again, it might be the room at home, might be how stressed or cluttered your place is. It might be how much nature you have around you. These are things all specifically brought to you by Shay to understand and help you be aware of that so you can choose to do something about that. And again, if you're an activator, a connector, or a guardian, this social aspect of your life is so important. So go ahead and have a look in there for any surprise insights in your social area. So what does Shay know about you that others wouldn't? And you'll be quite surprised at what's in there. What's something that stands out socially for you that you can really use and harness to be here for your advantage? Okay, so these are some of the goals and the challenges that we're setting for today. Please get in there and have a look inside of your app. It's a really, really powerful information. Everybody's aware that they're on the wheel. We've got some tips for you, just some simple wins today. And be more mindful. Activators, be around people who like change and variety. Get things off your chest as quickly and safely as you can. The word emphasis on the word safely there. It's all about you, not about others. So try not to project stuff, but get it off your chest. If you got something to say, go say it. If you got something to do, go do it. But start to get this into the action and be around people who like to have change and variety. Diplomat, please, if you're a diplomat, have a calm morning. Take some time in nature. So calm mornings, easy starts for you guys is exactly what you're looking for. If you're a crusader, ensure that you have a list of priorities with clear outcomes, plan movement and food breaks. This is so important for you guys just to do that. If you're a guardian, spend time by yourself or with low maintenance people. You'll start to see a theme here. We're really looking forward to making sure you take self-care as opposed to you being so selfless for everybody else all the time. If you're a sensor, take time to calm your senses completely each day and try and get about 20 minutes of warmth and quiet. It'll make all the difference in your world. Please try and do that today as you're being more mindful and going through these processes. And if you are a connector up the top here, please express to someone that you know who truly cares and will not judge you. And that's the most important thing, for you to feel safe and secure in our connectors, and to be able to express that and connect with people in that really powerful and social way. So your action item for today, this is a challenge. We're inviting you to do it. Please go ahead and get involved for yourself. This is for yourself and nobody else. But when you start to improve your own mental health, when you start to get more mindful, it improves the collective mindfulness and the collective consciousness, which is why we're all here. So go and put something on the socials, jump in the Facebook group, know what you're going to do. When it comes to your lifestyle areas, with social, your mind, your genius, your place, what is it that you're going to focus on this week? What are you going to focus on today? What are you going to actually do to take a step forward? And post it all. Get it out there. Put it in your journal. Put it on socials. Whatever you're going to do, make yourself accountable. Be inspired. Be motivating for others. Just get amongst it, because community is such an important piece to all this conversation. And so we're really, really grateful to have you here. In fact, we're super, super grateful to have you here for all of these conversations that we're having. I'm going to go ahead and start to key up our morning meditation with Larsen. We're so grateful to be having Anne here every single day with us, taking us through these beautiful meditations. And today, again, is day 4. We're about mindfulness and meditation today. So without any further ado, I'm just going to get Anne to come and share with us exactly what we're going to be doing today on day 4, and bring us into that beautiful mindful space to kick off today. So thank you again, Anne, and thank you all so much for being here for day 4.
Welcome to meditation and mindfulness. We're going to take a small journey into mindfulness and what it might mean for you to be living a mindful life. Meditation is a practice. It's a practice of focused attention, and that can look very different for different people. Mindfulness also has practices that help us get to having a more mindful life, but it's really about a way of being in the world. So we're just going to begin with a simple mindful exercise of progressive relaxation. And from there, we're going to start setting an intention, a vision for what a mindful life might look like for you, and how you might include meditation in that. If you can, close your eyes. If you're going about your daily tasks, please keep your focus where it needs to be, but you can listen to my voice as you do that. We're going to start with the breath. The breath is often used as a meditative practice and also as a mindful practice. Every time we take our attention to our breath, we are having an internal focus. We are bringing ourselves into the current moment, and we'll talk about how we do that without judgment. So right now, if you can, close your eyes, push your feet into the floor. Let yourself know you are here and now in the current moment. And then just take your attention to your breath. There's many different breathing meditations that you can do, but for our purposes now, just keep your attention on your breath without any change, any struggle. Just allow your breath to flow naturally. If you can, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, or in through your nose and out through your nose, whichever one works best for you. As you're breathing in through your nose, notice the air. Notice that small breeze that is generated as you breathe in. Notice what that air feels like as it's entering into your nostrils, as it's entering into your lungs. And if you've taken a deep breath, you may feel that right down into your belly. Just notice that. Notice what it's like on the out breath. Is your breath soft and you can feel that as it travels past your upper lip? Do you have the sensation that you need to breathe out through your mouth? What else is happening with your breath? You may notice as you go along that your breath becomes a little bit more soft. Your out breath may be a little bit longer. Whatever is happening for you right now is perfect. A lovely way to help us keep our attention focused in the moment is a progressive muscle relaxation. This can take as short as 3 minutes, or you could do it for 10 or 20 minutes, depending on the time you have allotted for this practice. I'm going to do a shorter one so that we can talk about mindfulness as a way of life and we can create that vision. So if we just begin with your feet, just clench your toes so that you're creating tension in your foot. And then on your next out breath, release. Notice your feet now. You're falling into the floor. And now take your attention up to your calf muscles and tense those calf muscles. Notice your feet now. Take a breath in. And on the out breath, release that tension. Now take your attention up to your thighs, remembering all the time you're just softly breathing. And then when you want to, when you're ready, on the next in-breath, clench those large muscles in your thighs. And then when you're ready on the out-breath, just release that tension. When you now have your attention on your legs down to your feet, you may start to notice something. Perhaps they feel a little bit lighter. Perhaps they feel heavier. Perhaps one leg feels differently from the other. That doesn't matter. Now take your attention up to your stomach area, your belly, and just clench that area. And on the next out breath, release. Then we're going to clench our fists. If you have your fists sitting in your lap or down beside you, going to clench those. That may even create some tension all the way up to your shoulders. Take another in-breath, and when you're ready, breathe out and release that tension so that your hands are softly sitting on your lap or down by your sides. Now we're going to create some tension in your shoulders, and you can do this simply by lifting your shoulders up so that they're closer to your ears. And then when you're ready, on your next out breath, just release that tension. You may notice that something lovely happened then, and your shoulders are sitting a little bit more lower than they were before. If you're noticing that, you could do another one of those right now. Or you know what's lovely? You can do that any time in the day. It's a beautiful mindful practice. If you feel like you've got that tension building, you can create that tension, increase the tension. Then on the out breath, relax. Now we're going to take your attention up into your face and start with just pushing your tongue into the roof of your mouth to create tension. And on the next out breath, relax. Then you can create tension around your forehead by frowning. And when you're ready, breathe in and then out and relax those muscles on the out breath. At this point, it's a lovely practice to pay attention to what's happening over your whole body now. And we can just do a quick body scan from the top of your head down to your feet. where you just notice what is happening in your body now. Is there tension? If there is, if you notice tension in one particular place, you can clench that again and release. Or you can now just take 3 calming breaths. And now, from this place of awareness, you're going to create a vision of what a mindful life looks like for you. Remembering that mindfulness is a way of being where we are living in the current moment. We're being present in the here and now, and we do so without judgment. We are simply in this moment. So what would you like to include in this mindful life? Now is the time to start building that vision. Would you like to include a meditation practice in that? And if you do want to include a meditation practice, how long would that be? How often would that be for you? Do you like to be in complete silence, or do you love to meditate within a group of other people? This will vary for everyone. What meditation practice really works the best for you? Because it's also a mindfulness practice, because we are bringing our attention to this moment. Are you the sort of person who really feels like they're in flow when they're moving? Well then, when you wake up in the morning, perhaps you want to be taking your attention to what we might think of as a mindfulness walking. This is if you may actually decide to go for a walk and you want to practice mindful walking. But it also could be, I'm just bringing mindfulness from when I get out of bed and walk to the bathroom or the kitchen. How do you want to start that day? You open your eyes. How do you set yourself so that you are in the here and now? If you want to do a walking meditation, then you know that involves being in that present moment, noticing what's happening, noticing all those physical sensations as you walk. Or perhaps when you want to bring in some meditative practice, you're the sort of person who likes to see things. Now, of course, we can use this as a meditative practice as we sit in a space and we look at some beautiful picture, or something that is devotional, if that's what is important to you. It could be that you look at nature. It could be that this is part of your mindful life, that when you go out into nature, you actually spend time, whether you're sitting or standing or walking, really paying attention to the visual aspect of nature. You may be the sort of person who really just being amongst nature really helps you be present, that you feel grounded and you can do a grounding meditation, or just be mindful in the moment of what that feels like as your feet are pushing into the earth. And of course, you can enjoy all of these. They are all part of living a mindful life. And then just enjoy what that feels like as you breathe in the air of nature. If you're in a forest, notice the feel of the trees around you, or if there's any water running in there, and immerse yourself in that nature experience. Or if you're doing it as a meditative practice at home, you might be having some plants around you, or have a infuser near you where you can just be having some lovely fragrance, and you're looking at the nature that you've brought into your home. All of those work. What about if you're the sort of person that enjoys hearing? Then what do you want to listen to? What music do you want to listen to? I personally love listening to kirtans, devotional callback singing, and that very easily shifts me into a mindful space. And that extra stimulation of the sound helps me stay in that focused attention. You may be the sort of person that really just loves silence, or whilst you love silence, you're very sensitive, so you may want to put on some sort of frequency, some sound, some brown or pink noise, so that you can keep the focus on that without having other noises distracting you. Or you may be the sort of person who spends a lot of time planning for the future, envisaging the future. So for you, a wonderful mindful practice will be just to draw your attention back to whatever it is that you're doing in the moment. Whatever activity, you keep your attention on that activity. And we can all benefit from this if we're increasing mindfulness in our life. How do you bring your attention to whatever it is that you are doing? Whether you are doing the washing, whether you are eating some lovely meal, these are all ways to practice this mindful life. And then start to notice, what does that feel like? I'm being in the moment. Notice what thoughts come up for you, because it will often be your thoughts that will carry you out of the present moment, and they'll do that by creating judgment. So finally, I want you to see those thoughts simply as leaves floating down a stream. You can see yourself putting those thoughts on those leaves if you want to, or it may be clouds floating across the sky. We're not resisting them. We're not disliking them. We're not loving them. We're just being with them. We are simply taking our attention to them, but then allowing them to dissipate. So now that you've created an idea about how you might start going about this mindful life, just feel how wonderful that could feel. There's so many benefits to mindfulness. And as you do that, I want you to come back to the here and now. Push your feet back up into the floor. And now take 3 deep breaths. And as you're breathing, notice what's happening around you, that you can hear certain sounds. You're taking your focus from internal out to the external. And now, as you start to open your eyes, again, bring this vision and intention of a mindful life into your day.
Thank you so much, Anne, for bringing us into a beautiful space of mindfulness. It's a really, really powerful way to start the day. And thank you all so much for being here and being on this journey with us and allowing us to be part of your journey. We really, really appreciate it. And right now we're going to switch gears into a morning yoga session to round out our morning here with our resident guru, Zach Stumer, who is from Kozen Yoga in Australia. So Zach, thank you so much for being here and for bringing us into this beautiful space as always in the mornings. What a beautiful way to start this day, just being more mindful, connecting in, starting with some awareness in our conversation this morning, just moving to a mindfulness piece with Anne to bring us right down, and then to take that a little bit further with Zach into this session. So good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. And Zach, I'll hand over to you to take this to our next level. Thank you so much.
Hello and welcome to your yoga movement session. Today we'll begin in a seat. If you've got something to sit on, go grab that now. Maybe you've got a little prop of some kind, a block or a bolster, a pillow, a cushion, anything that makes you feel comfortable. And as always, we'll start in a relaxed, comfortable position for the body. Today we'll start with a pranayama, a simple breathing practice. It's a 3-4-5 breath, I like to call it. So it's a inhale for 3, it's a pause for 4, and an exhale for 5. This is a really great breath for allowing the mind to find a calm space, preparing yourself for meditation or for sleep. There's a really great practice for that. So to begin with, breathing in and out through the nose. Breathe in for the count of 3, 2, 3. Pause for the count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for the count of 5, 3, 4, 5. Begin again. Inhale the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Pause for the count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, count of 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And repeat the process. 3, 4, 5 breath. As you're practicing in this way, just allow the breath to be calm and soft as you breathe in and out. Notice any change in the mind as you continue to practice in this way. Notice a sense of calm as you extend the breath in this way. Notice how the breath is connected to the space of the mind, to how the mind feels. This is a really simple and easy practice that you can come back to at any stage when you might be feeling a little bit stressed, or if you're preparing for bed, or if you're coming into meditation. Let go of the breathing practice now. Just allow the breath to be normal. Again, allow yourself to wander, to be curious about the mind, about the body and how it feels after that breathing practice. And when you're ready, move any props that you've got. Come on over to the ground and onto all fours and just allow the spine to move. Again, notice how the body feels. Maybe you can move through any areas of tightness or tension that you find. You can roll forward and back over that space just to ease it out of the body. You're welcome also to move into a cat and cow shape with the breath. Complete freedom here for you to choose any shapes you want. And then begin to rock the body back and forth. Again, with a long spine leading forward with the chin, back with the tailbone. Keep the spine long all the way through the rocking forward and back. When you're ready now and you push back, land here in extended shape, reaching back as far as you can. Your knees might even leave the earth as you're extending and reaching as far as you can. And then when you're ready, you can lift the hips, keep the spine extended, keep the knees bent. That might be a little bit easier for the reach through the shoulders, through the arms and the hips. I even like to wag my tail a little bit here to make it feel a little bit more comfortable, to ease into the shape. And then let's find a rolling action here. I want you to lift the hips up as high as they can go and then let a wave happen up the spine as you come forward to a plank shape. And then reversing that action, tuck the chin, push the shoulders up and away, then the middle back, and then the lower back, and then the hips nice and high, and land back in our downward dog shape. And then again, forward, hips high, lower back, middle back, upper back. Every part of the spine gets movement. Forward and back. Now tuck the chin first as you roll back, push through the shoulders, roll the spine, land in down dog, a nice extended shape. One more time, roll forward, and then back. Tuck the chin first, rolling back. Soften the knees, bend them a little bit further, and then step forward with the right leg. Drop the back knee. We're going for a low lunge here. So back knee is down, right leg is forward, reaching nice and tall. From this tall space, we're finding a twist. The left fingers come forward, right fingers behind the body. Turn your gaze towards the back fingers here. Get a little action happening in the glutes. Squeeze in that space, just a little, just to create some tone. Maybe you've got a little bit more space here. You could even open the palms towards the ceiling. From here, look up and then reach up. Left fingers come nice and tall. Open as far as you can, and then forward to the earth. A little bit of space, so go wider with the left hand and reach as far as you can. Sink inside the hips here. Reaching with the right fingers. I call this shape Spider-Man, like a spider climbing up a wall. And then from here, find a twist. The right fingers lift on up, open, expand through the chest. Reach as tall as you can. Gaze might go to the fingers, or it might go for the floor, whatever's comfortable for the neck. Return back to the earth, inside the front leg, and now we're walking to the middle of the mat. So tuck the back toes, pick up the shape so the hips are high, turn the toes to the side, find a forward fold here. And a little rolling action of the spine. Rolling down towards the earth, keep the knees nice and bent, lift the spine. Like we did when we were moving forward from plank pose to down dog, a rolling of the spine. Soft knees as you come towards the earth. Next time you come up, walk around to the left leg, so that might be your back leg. Drop the back knee, low lunge. Come on up. Reach nice and tall. Here we'll find a twist. Right fingers go forward, left fingers land behind. Turn the palms up, soften the breath. Expand your reach. Reverse the shape, right fingers for the ceiling this time. As high as you can reach, open and expand. A little activity in the glutes. Come to the earth, a little wider with the right fingers, reaching with the left, our little Spider-Man, sinking towards the earth as deep as you can find. Tuck the back toes at this point, find the twist. Left arm picks up, reaches tall. Back to the earth, to the middle of the mat. Hips are high, toes turn in, forward fold, rolling the spine. Beautiful, stay with me. Another roll. Return, one more time, a roll, and then creep forward the front foot, frame it around, drop the back knee, low lunge. Here we go, you've got it now. Twist, left fingers come forward, expand and reach. Reverse, left fingers come tall. Spider-Man down to the ground, reaching through the right fingers, sinking into the hips, even roll them from side to side. Twist, expand on up, tuck the back toes, preparing for the next shape. Return to the earth, walk around to the middle, turn the toes sideways. Here we'll find a twist, right hand to the middle of mat, left arms pick up. Return back down to the ground in the opposite direction, right fingers pick up. To the middle of walk around to the back leg, the left leg, drop the right knee, rise on up. Twist, right fingers forward. Reverse, reach tall. Spider-Man to the ground, sink into the hips. Tuck the back toes, twist on up, left fingers tall. Maybe now the back knee lifts off the earth as you're warming up to this sequence. Return to the ground, to the middle of the mat. Twist, right fingers find the sky. Return, left fingers twist, up. To the middle of the mat, walk around front leg, the right leg, drop the back knee, rise on up, tall reaching. Glutes active, twist, left fingers forward. Reverse on up, left fingers tall, Spider-Man's the next shape, down to the earth. Reaching, sinking, maybe the back leg lifts as you play around with this shape. Twist, right fingers tall, bring them up and open, expand to the middle of the mat, walk to the middle, twist, left fingers open. To the earth, Right fingers twist open. Come on back down, around to the back leg, the left leg, drop the right knee, reach on tall. Twist, right fingers go forward. Reverse, tall. To the earth, drop down and reach. Again, tuck the back toes, that little Spider-Man. Twist, left fingers come on up, open. Back to the ground, walk to the middle. Here we'll find a rolling action in the spine. Soften the knees as you dip towards the earth. Walk the feet a little closer. This time we'll find a forward fold here. So come a little deeper. Bend the knees as much as you need. You can interlace the arms, or maybe your hands can drape around the earth like an elephant. You're tracing figures of 8 with your trunk, moving from left to right foot. Come back to the middle. Take a little half lift with a long spine, soft knees. Fold down to the earth, walk around to the right leg back to the front, drop the back knee. Again, rise, reach tall, find a twist, left fingers forward. Reverse on up, Spider-Man down, reaching, sinking, back knee lifts, twist on open, right fingers tall. To the middle, a twist, left fingers open, right fingers open. Back down to the ground, drop the back knee, we're around to the left leg, reach tall. Twist, tall shape, reaching. Expanding, right fingers tall, ground down, Spider-Man. Tuck the back toes. Last time, twist, left fingers picks up. To the ground, back to the middle. Take a rolling action to the spine. Draw the feet in if you need to. Last one, when you fold, come on up to standing, roll the spine, reach nice and tall, step into the middle, feet hip width apart, land in mountain pose, palms facing forward, eyes closed down, a moment to reflect on how the body feels. Notice the heart beating in your chest. Notice the breath in your body. You can pause in that shape, or you can let the hands land at the heart center. Come back to your breath for a moment. 3, 4, 5 breath. Breathe in for the count of 3. Pause for the count of 4. Exhale the count of 5. In for the count of 3. Pause for the count of 4. Exhale the count of 5. Repeat. Allow the mind to soften. Bring your awareness to the breath. Find a smooth, even breath. Allow the breath practice to fall away. Move in any way that you need to. Maybe just a pedal of the feet and a sway from side to side. Let the hands land at the heart center if you haven't already. Together, let's take a deep inhale. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Zach. What an amazing way to start the day with beautiful yoga session from Zach, beautiful meditation from Anne. and just some awareness here today about mindfulness for all of us to be able to drop in deep. So I'm going to leave you this morning with a challenge for the day. Please take some time for yourself. Whatever you're doing, you can be mindful in that moment. Just be present, just be there, to be aware of yourself without judgment, just with acceptance, and just see them, feel and experience the benefits that are here for you today. So thank you so much for being here this morning. Please go and jump into your Shay app, find out the things that are best for you, the time to do it, and really take advantage of having an incredibly supported journey here. Please jump into the Facebook group and connect with health professionals if you're looking for some support or just want to motivate others or be motivated by others, because we're all here, beautiful community together, sharing this